Story time. So, I wanted to share a moment that my daughter and I had yesterday because it made me reflect so much and go down so many rabbit holes about the stories we make up in our heads without thinking twice about until we're aware of our thoughts and everything. So we went to a shop yesterday and there was something in there that she wanted to buy. I'm trying so hard they have their own money to spend and they can, within reason, buy what they wish to buy. However, she's been learning recently not to overspend with what she's got because she's learning it's going quickly. So anyway, I said this one particular item she wasn't sure about buying, and I said, if you're really not sure, let's not buy it today. Let's buy it another day. Think about it. So we leave. We're in the car going home, and the tears. She started crying, and I thought, well, I didn't say you couldn't buy it at all. I said, think about it. You can buy it another day. And she said, yes, but that's going to be another 10 days later. I said, pardon? Who mentioned 10 days? I didn't say 10 days. Where did 10 days come from? She'd made it up in her head. So to her, buying it another day was going to be 10 days later. And if that's the case, it's the end of the world. So we're really sad. I said, whoa. I didn't say 10 days later. You just created that out of your mind because you're not getting it today. So my reply was, is that fact, fiction, or fantasy? She looked at me. What? Now, coming back to the fact, fiction, fantasy. So coming back to the story, I really wanted her to reflect on where that came from and that she chose to believe that story that she made in her own head. Was it true? No. Was it fiction? Yes. So why are we getting upset over something that isn't even true? And we can do this, even as adults, we do this all the time. And I really, really love reflecting on this kind of stuff because, for instance, the stories we make up in life and how many of us live a life believing a story that we made up that we don't even know is true, and we live a life believing on these stories. For example, somebody didn't message you back. Someone that you love or someone that you care about or anybody, they didn't message you back. Actually, the fact is they didn't reply. Full stop. But we put a story behind it, don't we? We're all guilty of it. So they didn't reply back. Why didn't they reply back? What have I done wrong? The fact is they didn't reply. The fiction is they're ignoring me. The fantasy is, what have I done to hurt them? Why are they ignoring me? They don't love me anymore. Blah, 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 blah. Our minds automatically fill in the blanks when we're given an unknown empty space. We automatically, we're quick to fill it. But actually, when you take a step back and you observe, they just didn't reply. That could be for a abundance of reasons why. And they could have just genuinely forgot and they're busy and they're living their life. It doesn't mean they don't love you and all the stories that you put on it. But when you choose to believe that story, that's on you, you know? So it just made me really think that when you get that feeling, or instead of getting upset about something you don't know it is true, ask yourself, is this fact, fiction, or fantasy? And then, once you got to the bottom of that, you can also ask yourself a kinder question. Your kinder question might be, what is this story telling me about me? And bring it back to you. Because all of those questions will bring you back to where the answer really lies. It may be you have a fear of being rejected. Maybe you have a fear of being abandoned. Maybe you have a fear of being disliked. That's a you thing. That's a you problem to deal with and to look deeply into, to help resolve internally, to bring you back to your own peace. Because not every story we make up in our mind deserves our upset and our pain that may not even be true. I hope that resonated for someone today. A little laugh of Layla moment, and a reflection of, looking at yourself and how to better your own thoughts before they spiral out into a story that could cause you pain and upset unnecessarily. Let that land.